Airline Manager for Catering. So in order to open Catering on the PC version, you open up this panel and you see where it says hubs. And then you've got all of your hubs. I'm going to go to my first hub. You see over here it says add catering. So you click on that option, and then it gives you three different types. Each has a different dollar value. This one is $6 per meal. This one is $10 per meal. And this one is $14 per meal. You select the duration. For example, I could choose 1 week or 6 hours. Probably want to start out with 6 hours. And then the amount. This is the number of meals you're going to purchase, which is per passenger. So if you're going to fly 200 passengers, then you click 200, and then you make the purchase. So I'm going to talk a little bit about catering. Number one, catering is not worth it. You don't make enough money from it to be worth using. I mean, you might make a couple $100. And to be honest, you're going to forget to do it, number one. Number two, you're never going to know when is the time to go buy catering, because if you buy it for 1 week, you're not going to remember a week later to go and repurchase it. So you always have to worry about whether or not you have catering or not. Number three, it's nearly impossible to estimate how many you're going to sell. Unless you've been doing it for a long time and you keep track of every flight and how many passengers you're flying and you do all your marketing, you're going to be lost in terms of how many to buy. And anything you buy that doesn't get used goes to waste, which means you're going to lose money. So the entire catering system is a waste of time. I'm not saying don't do it because it's fun the first couple of days, but you're going to get over it very quickly. Now I'm going to tell you some tricks you can use. Number one, you wake up in the morning. You don't play for 24 hours a day. You play for like 16 hours a day. You play in the morning, you play at lunchtime, you play at dinner, you play before you go to bed. So only buy the 6 hours. I always paid for the maximum amount, and at 6 hours, you're going to be all your planes have landed because you were sleeping. So you get up in the morning, you know approximately, you can say, okay, I'm going to fly about 1,000 passengers out of this hub for 6 hours, and then you make your purchase. And then one of the reasons why is because it takes on a long range flight 12 hours to get to the destination or more, and then to return, it'll be tomorrow morning before you can do catering again from this hub. So you only need to pay for 6 hours if you're doing long range flights. If you're doing short range flights, it's a different story. And obviously, if you're doing short range flights, you can make more money um, because you're doing more flights per day. You're moving more passengers, even though it's less income per passenger. Now, the other issue is when you do long range flights and you're a better player, you're going to want to fly first class passengers because they make more money. But catering is not by class of passenger. So if you have 1,000 regular class and only 300 first class, you're going to use a lot less catering later in the game with all of your first class passengers. So you actually make a lot more money with catering earlier in the game when you're flying coach. Okay, so that's about it from catering. Like I said, don't put too much time into catering. You're probably not going to be happy with it. Nobody is. Nobody uses it. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.